Hello everyone, welcome back once again to Kalal English. This is your tutor Solomon and this is English with Sol. Welcome back once again. I would like to remind you what we have done last time in a series of lessons that we started previously. If you remember, in our previous video we talked about reported speech, okay, the statement form, reported speech, statement form, and we talked about the basic changes that we should make when we convert a direct speech into an indirect speech. Do you remember some of them? Can you write the changes that we should make when we change direct speech into indirect speech? I hope you do. I hope you do. We said that we need to change. We need to change the pronouns. Like if it says you, okay, so it can be converted into I. Okay, your, okay, my, and the pronouns, possessive pronouns, all the subject and object pronouns will be changed. There's a major thing that we have seen last time is a tense change. When we do reported speech, there is a tense change. Basically, reported speech usually is we report it one step behind. We put it one step back. That means if it is a present tense, okay, if the original statement is in the present tense, so the report statement will be in the past tense. If it is a past form, it will be into past perfect form. So present simple will be changed into past simple, present continuous into past continuous, and present perfect into past perfect, present perfect continuous into past perfect continuous. And the same is true with the past tenses. Past simple would be changed into past perfect, and past perfect would remain the same in past perfect. Past perfect continuous, also past perfect continuous. So these were basic things that we have seen. There are time phrase changes, place phrases we used to do to name or to call places, like here would be there, okay. Time words like now, then, today, that day, tomorrow, the next day, or the day after, yesterday, the day before, or the previous day. So we have seen all these things. So I want you to go back to those lessons and then revise them. Okay. Once again, this is a basic grammar, and this is for intermediate, around intermediate, upper intermediate, from pre-intermediate to upper. So it helps you in your speaking activity, in your communication and everything. So use that. So under that topic, what we are going to see today is reported questions. Okay, reported questions. Last time we have seen statements. Okay, how about reported questions, or questions if there are direct questions? How are we going to convert them into reported ones or indirect ones? Okay, so we should make or we should learn how to convert direct questions into indirect questions. So reported question is when we tell someone that another person asked it. Okay, what another person asked. So there is a question here, and then there is another person here. The person who asks here, and then the person who I'm reporting is there. So if this person asks me, what's your name? And that person asks me, Solomon, what is he saying? So I have to report the person's question either in a direct way or in an indirect way. Okay, so I can say, he said, what's your name? In quotation. Or I can indirectly inform or tell this person, he is asking what my name is or what my name was, because we don't change names. It is true always, so we can say he asked what my name is. So this is the idea. So generally there is direct speech question and indirect speech. For example, do you like your job? Okay, do you like your job? Do you like your job? This is a question which is direct question. Okay, direct, because it is in quotation mark. So do you like your job? When you report this question, it becomes she asked me if I liked my job. If I liked my job. She asked me if I liked my job. She asked me if I liked my job. As we know, there are two types of questions here, okay? Before we learn how to convert them into reported speech, we need to know the type of questions. Basically, there are two major categories. The first one is a yes or no question type, and the other is a WH question type. So these basic or general categories of questions have their own way of changing into reported format. So, for example, the yes or no question, okay, are you married? Okay, do you live here? Do you have brothers? Okay, okay, is she coming? Etc. So these are yes or no questions because their answers are yes, she is, yes, he is, or yes, I am, etc. So because of that, we call them yes or no question. The other type is a WH question. The WH questions are questions that start with the WH words. Okay, what are those WH words? The WH words: what, why, who, when, where, which, okay, how, whose, whom. So these are what we call WH question words. So any question that starts with the WH words, okay, like we listed here, are called WH question type. So there are these two broad question categories. So in the yes or no question format, like for example, do you teach English? He said, okay, he said, do you teach English? So when you report it indirectly, you say, because do you teach English? It's not a statement, it's a question. So you choose the right reporting verb, okay? Reporting verb. So the right reporting verb for questions is asked, wanted to know, inquired, okay? Wondered, etc. So you can use these to change the direct speech into indirect speech. So basically, do you teach English? He said, can be reported as, he asked me if I taught English. The basic rules are still working and functional. Those basic rules are: present tense will be changed into past tense. If the statement or if the direct speech is in present tense, so you report it. When you report it, you change the tense or the verb into past tense. So he asked me if I taught English. So do you teach English? Yes, I do, or no, I don't. So this question is basically a yes or no question. So when we convert yes or no question into a reported question, we use if. Okay? If. This is one word, okay? One word that we put in place. Okay? It's not the only one. We can use also whether. Okay? He asked me whether I taught English or not. Okay? Whether I taught English or not. So this is common. If is the most common way of converting a direct yes or no question into indirect one. So another WH format: who did you meet? Okay, who did you meet yesterday? Okay, who did you meet yesterday? She said. So this is not a statement, so this is a question. So you need to choose the right reporting verb. So who did you meet? Did is here. That means it is a past simple structure. So when we change a past simple into a reported part, we change past simple into past perfect, right? So she asked me who I had met, okay? Who I had met. So this is basically how we do that, okay? So here, who did you meet? In the question, did you meet, etc. But when we report it after the WH word, we put the statement, a correct sentence format, subject plus verb format. It will take like that. So he or she asked me who I had met. Who I had met. So I had met is a normal English sentence structure, subject plus verb. But in the question form, did you meet? Okay, who did you meet? Where did you go? How did you come? Etc. So these things, when we report them, becomes he asked me how I came there, or how I went there. Okay, if the question is present, how I went there. Okay, so this is how we put it. So in general, in indirect speech, we change the question structure, like do you like, into a statement form, I like. Okay, that means the order of words in this indirect and direct speech structure, we reverse the sentence into a normal English sentence structure. So this is basically how we convert reported questions from direct speech into indirect speech. Now, just to practice, I would like you to have a look at these questions. There are 7 questions that needs to be addressed. Okay, that needs to be addressed. It says rewrite the following direct questions to an indirect one. So let me give you some time. Look at them. The first one, he said, where do you live? Number 2, do you come by taxi? They say. Number 3, are you here on vacation? She said. Number 4, why do you learn English? Number 5, are they coming tomorrow? Number 6, where did he go? Number 7, where have you been? I want you to convert them into reported or indirect questions. Okay, I'll give you 3 minutes. So, are you trying? All right, so let's do it together. The first one, he said, where do you live? So it said that, but the reporting verb here is said, but the situation we have here is a question. So we need to use the appropriate reporting verb. So he asked me, okay, where, it says, where do you live? So the question is directed to me, right? So he asked me where, you will be changed into I. Where I, the question is present simple, the verb is live. So present simple will be changed into past simple. So the past form of live is lived, okay? So he asked me where I lived. That is the answer for the first question. The second one, do you come by taxi? This is a yes or no question. Do you come by taxi? So it's a yes or no question. They, okay, it says they said, So we make it the right appropriate reporting verb. They wanted to know. They wanted to know. So it is a yes or no question. So for the yes or no question, we use if, the if word or the if phrase. So they wanted to know if, okay? So do you come here by taxi? Do you come by taxi? So I is the reported pronoun should be I because it says you. So do you come here by taxi? So they wanted to know if I, then the verb tense is come, that is present simple. So we make it if I came by taxi. Okay? They wanted to know if I came by taxi. They wanted to know if I came by taxi. The third one, are you here on vacation? Again, this is a yes or no question. So she, okay, she inquired if I, so it is are you here? This is present simple tense. So are you here? So she inquired if I was here, will be changed into if I was there on vacation. Okay? She inquired if I was there on vacation. Okay? If I was there on vacation. Here is changed into there. Why do you learn English? My friend asked. So, my friend, this is a WH question. So, my friend asked, okay, why? So, do you learn English? So, still it is present simple. Why? I, the verb learn will be changed into past simple. Why I learned English. Okay. So my friend asked why I learned English. And the next one, are they coming tomorrow? So there is something. It's present continuous. We have time phrase tomorrow. So we need to change all these things. So are they coming tomorrow? The man asked if, because it is a yes or no question, we use if. If they, present continuous tense will be changed into past continuous tense. So the man asked if they were coming. If they were coming, tomorrow will be changed into the next day. Okay? The man asked if they were coming the next day. You see? So present continuous, change it into past continuous. Where did he go? She asked. This is a WH question and past simple. Did go. So she wanted to know. She wanted to know where. Okay? They, because it is past simple will be changed into past perfect. Where they had gone. Okay? She wanted to know where they had gone. And finally, where have you been? Okay? They asked where I have been. Okay? No, have been, had been. Because the original sentence was present perfect, so this one will be changed into past perfect. So where have you been? They asked where I had been, or they wanted to know where I had been. So these are the different examples and exercise that we practice now. I hope you find this lesson helpful, and really I want you to practice your English every time and learn the grammar here, and then when you go out, I want you to really apply on a real life situation. So reported questions, there are two types of questions, yes or no, and then WH questions. The WH questions are those words that start with WH: what, why, who, when, where, which, how, whose, and whom. And the yes or no questions are called because their answers are yes or no. So I want you to make sure that you practice them. All the necessary changes are made when we convert direct speech question into indirect speech question. So these are basic things that we need to know. We'll come back with you to you again with reported commands or requests. See you then. Have a wonderful time.